I actually have zero expectations for this video, and I am happy if only one person watches it. And I think that is the way to go, to not have expectations, because if you have expectations, you can either be neutral if they are achieved, right? Or be negative because you are disappointed that you didn't achieve them. Why not let yourself be surprised and not have expectations? Because then the worst thing that can happen is the neutral one, where literally nothing happens, right? But if you actually end up having success with anything, holy hell, it's only gonna be positive. And you're only gonna be positive about it. Hey, I'm Dadler. When going through life, you will have moments where everything flows by itself, and some moments where everything just stops and you cannot find a way out. Currently, I am here stationary, determined to move on. Short backstory: I have been diagnosed with depressions and an anxiety disorder, and I am in therapy now. This actually took a huge toll on my life, and together with that on my marriage, which really hasn't been the happiest thing alive in the last year, I would say. Therefore, my wife just told me that she wants to divorce from me and sees no chance for anything. It's a tough pill to swallow, definitely, but this is not the topic to discuss here publicly or anything. She has her reasons, I have my reasons. Sometimes it just doesn't work out, sometimes it does. No one is at fault for anything, actually. I'm just saying, like, a part of me is just preventing me to move on and getting over it. Additionally to that, my friend circle decided to somewhat break apart. The friend circle that I had like the last 10 years. That is also somewhat my fault, somewhat not really. I just know that I'm a small cog in the entire apparatus and the entire system, and I'm just a small wheel turning, yeah. And somehow the situation just got worse and worse. For me personally, I have decided that seeing the problem in your own life is the first step, and instead of pointing fingers who is at fault, I should rather focus on fixing the problem first and then finding the person to blame for it. Obviously only time will tell, but the time hasn't passed yet, so I can't tell. I've actually noticed that I fell into a deep pit that I somehow crawled out of and somehow am still in. And there's still one thing that still really motivates me. That is, life has to go on. Whatever happens, it's always on the go, right? It's okay to fall. You only have to get back up. It's okay to make mistakes if you learn from them, even if it takes 3 or 4 times. Sometimes mistakes also turn out to be no mistakes after the 3rd time or the 4th time or the 7 millionth time. I don't know. It is okay to change your mind about everything. We as humans live from chances that are given to us, chances that we can take ourselves, and chances that we give. It is also okay to lose yourself if you find yourself back again. I never even thought in my life that I would be standing where I'm at right now. But yeah, I am still here, and I am determined to make the best out of everything, and to not have my path in life be chosen by my own fears. And that is why I want to shut the fuck up. But I'm still here, determined to make the best out of everything and not have my path in life be chosen by my own fears or let myself get down by my fears. And my goal is still to achieve my dreams. I also never thought that, thinking back about it, I would be at the good points in my life where I was at, and made me happy, made me real happy. And I'm grateful that these kind of experiences were there, and I look back at them with a smile. Something that I also found out is that life gives as much as you are willing to invest into it. That is for whatever part in life. It's just sometimes you're not willing to invest into something. So now, instead of living from day to day, as I have been doing basically the last 5 years or so, I have now decided that I will keep me that nothing will actually keep me away from achieving my dreams and goals, and even the dreams and goals that seemed unachievable. Nothing keeps me from them. There's so many things that go against it, but at the end of the day, small steps. It will be a really, really hard path to walk on, but you can actually walk on it. Even things that seemed like super unachievable are not out of the question. For example, my ultimate life goal is to drive at least one race in the 24 hours of Nürburgring. That is like my end goal in life. When that happens, I'm happy to die, right? Then I had it all, everything that I wanted to achieve, and maybe there will be new goals made, right? But I'm not gonna regret anything then, not in the slightest. I have actually been karting from the day of 7 onwards, and did that until the money ran out. Motorsports are cruel. If you don't get born into a rich family, you just cannot achieve your goal. You cannot do anything. I sadly wasn't super fortunate with super rich parents, like some other people. But I'm super fortunate that they ended up actually paying for me and making me have that experience. That experience actually made my own goal, which is the best thing you could have ever done as a parent, right? To just make someone have a goal. They just went as far as they could, and that brought my dream with it. That seemed unachievable, but yeah, it's only unachievable if you don't work for it. And that is what I've come to realize. Usually when one door closes, there will be another open door that you can take. Even if it is super hard to open that door. But there will be something that can actually lead to you being happy and everything. Life will always go on. I want to repeat what, for example, the Suicide Boys, a really, really interesting music group of a group of musicians made. When life gets hard, keep on marching on. Even if the finish line is far, or you have to push the car. Keep on marching on. Well, it turns out that if nothing is safe, everything is possible, right? I had some personal problems with projects I took on. For example, the green A4, the A4B5, the rust bucket that I hired, right? On paper, everything looked great. Cool car, really cheap, good looking, and in reality it just made me struggle. Just to get the car to my parents' house, I had to waste 1.2k of money in fuel and parts. I also bought another car of my best friend, trying to flip that car and make money from it, and also brought that home with me. Yeah, I ended up having this project to fix both cars, right? And well, nothing worked. Parts kept breaking, new discoveries were made, and bad offers that I got the whole entire time. Everything piled up, and there was just one big disappointment after the other. Then there were the drawbacks with the A4, where I realized that I had to buy more and more parts that I actually wanted to invest in other stuff. But at the time it just felt like the best thing to invest into. Yeah, I put more and more work into it. I'm still, don't get me wrong, I'm still determined to finish this project car. But then just get rid of it. I don't think that I can ever enjoy that in the capacity that I thought. Cars are clearly a mistake. My mistake. I tried 2 times and it didn't work out. I can make money in other ways that are still fun for me and that don't make me suffer. Who knows? Maybe a third car would have been there and proven to me that it was no problem after all. Only time will tell if I will try this again, but most likely not. And if, things have to be different. Really, really different. In my job, I also had troubles. I cannot reach the peaks that I used to have. I am not as determined as I used to be. That all caused friction within the team, and now I know for the better that I do not want to continue my current job. For anyone wondering, I used to be a store manager in some small companies like Netto and Aldi, for example, here in Germany. Not a great job to have while suffering from depressions. I will also have to give up my flat, my place to live for the last 4 years. The stuff that made some memories, right? The place where good and bad memories for me, or me with my wife, or me with family, friends, all developed. I also have to give that up because it is just not financially viable for me. Therefore, I will most likely have to move back to my parents, which is really not something benefiting me in my fight against my depressions. I am currently basically living, as you might be able to see, in a small shed. Well, now that I'm at rock bottom, it can only go upwards, right? Hopefully. Life will never be easy. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. But life can also be very, very rewarding, and I am determined to see what it still has to offer. Life will never be easy. Not for me, not for you, not for anyone. But life can also be very rewarding, and I am determined to see what it still has to offer, because I'm not willing to close that book. There's still some chapters left. Maybe you should too. Sometimes bad things make us who we are, and we live and learn. It is only important to do small steps at a time towards what we ourselves actually want. And whatever we put into life, whatever we put into love, into our hobbies, is always what we also get out of it. My plan now is live life to the fullest. This could be actually my last day, and I don't want to hang around here in my shed thinking about better times. And I just want to realize the better times. My time is now. Why isn't your time also now? I'm trying to search for an opportunity to once again get my racing license and then the Nordschleife permit. To follow my dreams, one step at a time. So if anyone wants to help me and give me any kind of advice or an opportunity, I would be really, really thankful and would take literally anything. I want my dreams to not be out of reach, but to be able to grab onto them. I know for a fact that I still have many, many, many pages of life to write, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to that. But the situation right now is shitty. I sadly cannot change that. I have to live with that. I have to live with decisions made by other people. Decisions that were never my intention. Things that I also really couldn't do anything against. Some things I could do stuff against. But I never was able to. I'm just hopeful that I can properly wake up from this bad nightmare, and I also hope that other people can wake up from their nightmare. You, for example. Even if you are going through a tough time, I am also. But if we fall, we gotta stand up, right? You know what's easier? To stand up together. To have a helping hand. That is easier. So, do stuff with other people. Every single human being can and will be helpful. Trust me. Even the people that turn out to be absolute douchebags or snitches or whatever. Everyone can help. Because everyone is a human being that is able to help. I am most likely going to start a YouTube series about my life. Just basically like a video diary. To have something that really pushes me to live every day to the fullest, to take small steps at a time, to learn stuff, to discover new stuff. I mean, this world has to offer so much. Why wouldn't I grab it? So I gotta force myself to grab it. And I know for a fact that this will be the best thing that I ever do. I don't know why. It will be hard at times, yes. But it seems like the way I want or need to go. Thank you all, and I hope to see you all soon again. Bye.